Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to discuss in NEET 23 crash course, Chemistry Lecture 3, Polymers. See, already we have studied this in grade 12. Now in crash course, what is required, that only we will study. First thing is definition. What are polymers? Macromolecules formed by joining of repeated structural units. You know what are those called? So the repeated structural units are called monomers. So we have the covalent bonding between monomers, and then the final compounds which are formed are known as polymers. See, the compounds formed are called polymers, and the process is called polymerization. This we are very clear through our grade 12 definition. Now, first and foremost thing is we should know the classification. So, classification of polymers, we have 7 types. Now in this I have written 3. Later I will write the remaining 4. First and foremost thing is, on the basis of source from where you are getting monomers, we have classified this into 3 types. First one, natural. See, cotton, obtained from cotton plant, silk, silkworm, wool, sheep. So these are all directly we are getting from natural sources, hence we can categorize them under the first one, that is natural polymers. And if you take synthetic is purely prepared by us, that is in the lab. Example, polyethylene, nylon 6,6 or 6, whatever it is, we can later see all those things. Nylon, then bunias, all these structures we will discuss later. So synthetic, we are synthesizing this in the lab. Natural, obtained from the natural sources. Then what is semi-synthetic? Semi-synthetic is nothing but we are using both natural and synthetic and preparing them. Example, cellulose from plants we get, and rayon we are making, so cellulose rayon will be semi-synthetic. Next is cellulose nitrate, then cellulose resin. So this is the first type of classification of polymers depending upon the source, and second one is based on the structure of these polymers we can classify them into linear, branched chain, and third one is cross-linked. I have drawn the diagram also for your understanding. First one, linear. So linear, so it's a linear, there is no branch, no network, nothing. Example, HDPE, high density polyethylene, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Second one, branched chain. You are having some branches here, but they are not connecting. It's one linear chain, this is second linear chain, both are not connected. They themselves have some branch. Example, LDPE, low density polyethylene. Third one, cross-linked or network. Example, bentonite and melamine. Here you can observe that if you take first chain and second chain, they are connected by a branch here. So now you will get a network here. You also call it as cross-link. And third one. So hope you have understood this. Classification of polymers based on structure. And third one is mode of polymerization. First one is condensation. In this, what you do is you will remove either most of the conditions water, or you remove alcohol, or you remove NH3, NH2, etc. So that means the type of polymerization which will involve a removal of compound is called condensation. Example, terylene, nylon 6,6. So 6,6 nothing but 2 monomers with the 6 carbons, so that we will discuss. But addition generally will involve unsaturation, double bond. Here we don't remove any molecules, we just move the pi bond to the adjacent position. Example, polyethylene and again polyvinyl chloride. So we know what is vinyl functional group, so depending on that we will discuss. So in this first we have taken 3 types of classification. Now let's write the remaining 4. Now to continue with the 4, 5, 6, 7 types of polymers. See, depending upon the molecular force, you know that there are 4 types: elastomers, fibers, thermoplastics, and thermosetting polymers. See, I have given you this particular classification to remember the examples alone. I am not giving any detailed explanation because already you are familiar with that. So, elastomers, bunion, bunious, neoprene; fibers, polyamides, polyesters; thermoplastic polymers, you can't mold them. So here you have molecular force classification. Simultaneously, you can also know about the heat treatment. The same thing can be studied separately under heat treatment, how they behave if you are heating them. That is, thermoplastic can be molded. Thermosetting polymers, we cannot mold them back after heating. So examples are very clear here. So polythene, polystyrene and polyvinyls, we can mold them back, but bakelite and urea formaldehyde resins, we can't mold them. Next, depending upon the polarity, cation, that is positive, anion, that is negative. So these polymers here, polystyrene, polyvinyl ethers, polyisobutene, and if you take anionic, PAN, polyacrylonitrile, polyisoprene. Next, this already we have discussed. Next, related with the carbon content, if the polymers contains carbon, it is organic polymer. Example, you have leather, cellulose and rayon. If the polymers does not have carbon, it will be inorganic. Example, glass and silicone rubbers. So just hope you have understood the examples, and we will proceed with the other types of polymers in the next class. Thank you so much.